Good evening, people. Welcome to Scruff of the Neck TV. My name is Abbie McCarthy, and boy, oh boy, do we have a killer Saturday night lineup for you. Garage Collective, Bad Boy Chiller Crew are taken to the stage a little bit later. We've also got indie rockers, the Rills on. I mean, we've basically, Ant and Deck Saturday Night Takeaway, whatever, done. Absolutely done.
They got nothing on us.
Absolutely nothing on us. Up first, though, are the Rills, and I'm joined by the frontman Mitch from the band. Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
How you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
Yeah, really good. I mean, I've heard that there's, I think it was, how many at last count, crew? 12,000 people watching? 16,000 people watching. I mean, how many Brixton Academies is that? That's quite a few, like 3 or 4?
Yeah, 3 is it, I think?
Yeah,
is
you
it 3
feeling
or 4?
all right?
I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really excited.
Wicked.
Yeah, it feels like a big Saturday night celebration.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a weird one for us because obviously we've not played for so long, so it's kind of out of the ordinary. But yeah, it's good to dust off the cobwebs.
Yeah, absolutely. As always, I'm going to be taking questions from the chat. So get involved. If you have any questions for Mitch of the Rills, speak now. I'll get to those in just a bit. So obviously we're in January. Did you start 2021 with any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah,
How are they going?
So anything to do with fitness or the body is straight out the window.
That's made me feel better.
Yeah, but I've kind of set myself a bit of an objective to write a song a week this year. So every year I want to end the year 52 songs, and I'm doing all right. I'm on 1, so I'm already behind.
And the one you've written, you confident with it?
Hey, I think it's in the set today, actually.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's a brand new one. So,
well, that's a pretty good ratio, isn't it?
It's a good tune, yeah. I'm happy with it.
Love that. The only thing about tonight is I forgot my sunglasses, so I'm just being dazzled by you as a TikTok star.
Yeah.
Obviously, your band's TikTok account has really taken off. You've gone viral quite a few times. So, yeah. Has that all been a bit mad?
Yeah, it's been a bit crazy. Actually, I forgot my sunglasses as well because most people on TikTok know me as the indie kid. But yeah, it's been mad actually, to be honest, because we just started doing it like, I don't know, as something to do in lockdown because we're all quite, energetic. We like to be doing things, and then obviously lockdown happens and you're just sat in your bedroom and
going mad.
Yeah, going mad. But yeah, and I mean, our manager as well, who's my mate from uni, he'd been pestering us to get on and make some TikToks for so long. And when we did, it just kind of like brought this whole new world of people to our band. You know what I mean? This whole massive fan base. So
love that.
Yeah, it's been great.
And I guess the thing with that is it's like the whole world, isn't it? So all of a sudden you've got listeners from all around.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing actually, because sometimes we do like sort of check the stats and actually, to be fair, like I keep all the t-shirts in my house and I write a kind of little personal message for everybody who buys a t-shirt, and I think, Jesus, this is going like across to Australia. I think, well, what the hell? Like, it's going from my bedroom. I don't know. It's just a bit of a weird thing like that. But yeah, we're always checking out the stats, and you think, oh wow, look, we had 5 listeners in Peru today. That's great.
Look at that. Big in Peru soon.
Yeah, big in Peru.
And Cal from the band got tattooed live on TikTok. So, how did that go, Cal?
Not well, he says.
Yeah.
Not very well. I actually think it's a lovely tattoo. It's the dog and the star emoji. You can find it on your phone. He just decided to get that tattooed in honour of Stardog, which I think is commendable. Well done, Cal.
That definitely could have gone really badly though. So that's okay.
We had worse ideas.
Right.
I won't say any.
The TikTok of yours that's probably made me laugh the most, and maybe shouldn't have, was your girlfriend breaking up with you, which then, and the text you then kind of used as the background, and then that went viral. So actually, it was quite satisfying for you because she's basically been like, "Oh, your band are rubbish," and then look at that, you're in front of lots of different people.
I actually think that's one of the best things about TikTok. It's the most like galvanized place ever. If you say, "Oh, this bad thing happened to me," people are like, "Bad things have happened to me. I believe in that." Do you know what I mean? Like,
everyone got behind you, I thought.
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
really nice.
Loads of support.
And it seems like you have this amazing connection with your fans. Obviously, you've got like a Discord. I know you do a mailing list as well.
Shout out to the Discord.
Yeah, love that. So is that just something that you've kind of worked on recently?
Yeah, I mean, again, I probably have to give props to our manager, Lou, who he's he's just such a massive help. But yeah, all of that like stuff, he set up the Discord and all of the mailing and everything. But like, it's just so good for me, Callum Mason. Like we're quite, we really like talking to people and we like meeting people. So having lots of fans that and people that want to chat to you, it's great for us. We love it. Actually, we went live earlier and just to have a chat with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just love being kind of, I suppose growing up like loving indie bands, I really wish I could have rang Alex Turner up or had, had a video call with him or something.
Him up now.
Yeah, someone who's got his number.
If only.
Yeah, but I just think like, we're nothing on them, but like, I think, I loved indie music. I wanted to chat to these people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I want to chat to them too. So.
Yeah, love that. So some of you were from Lincoln.
Yeah.
Some are from Essex.
That's right, yeah.
So how did you meet and then how did the Rills form?
Yeah, that's kind of like two sort of different stories. Me and Cal, who's the bassist, we're both from Lincoln. Like that's where we grew up, and we met, years ago when we were like 14 or something. And then we started the Rills, but it was something else, before that. Then eventually we moved to London for uni, and that's where we met Mason. Mm-hmm. And Mason was going to Cal's uni, ACM in South London. And that's just kind of where we all met, and that was like 3 years ago. And from then we've just we gigged relentlessly and did all sorts. We've had some really great times. But yeah.
So you're all now based in London?
So we were. Cal's still living there, but me and Mason had to go back home because of lockdown. So,
So whereabouts were you living in London?
I was living in Mile End. And mate, you were living in Croydon for a bit, weren't you? Yeah.
Oh,
we don't talk about Croydon.
What was it? A bad flat?
I had the smelliest housemate.
The smelliest housemates is.
Let's hope he's not watching.
Yeah, Vinny, if you're out there. I'm joking. He wasn't talking about Vinny.
Now you guys have that just like classic indie sound, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you grew up listening to, as you say, a bunch of bands like the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
I'm guessing like the Libertines. I can maybe hear in your sound.
Yeah,
so who are the kind of acts that have influenced you?
Yeah, I mean, like when you say the Libertines, like when we first started the Rills, for me, I was obsessed with that like Pete and Carl thing. Do you know what I mean? Like we were actually, me and Cal and the original guitarist, we moved to Sheffield for a bit and just worked there, right? And pretty much the whole time, I think I read their autobiography like 3 times. I was just so into it. But yeah, I mean, like as far as those bands from the early days that kind of like really influenced like me personally, weirdly it was like people like Kaiser Chiefs, which now, do you know what I mean, it's like, you know what I mean, they're not really a kind of like Vogue band, but I think like they had such a huge effect on me. Like and the Pigeon Detectives as well. I think I learned like
they were huge though, weren't they?
Yeah, they were like massive for a period, but yeah, I mean all of those like really early indie tunes and that kind of like sort of garage rock revival thing was had a massive impact on me. But there's loads more that's come into it now and just kind of like gets drip fed through our sound. But yeah, they're the sort of like, the core things that really got it going originally.
So who are the kind of newer bands that you're listening to that you're really into?
Yeah, like Black Midi and Dry Cleaning.
Mind blowing, aren't they?
Yeah,
both of them actually live. Incredible.
Incredible bands. I mean, like. When we've been living in London, it just exposes you to so many incredible bands. And I saw Black Midi live and I was just like, oh my God, I did not know music could be like this. I did not know like there were like 4 musicians out there like that, let alone in the same band. And it was just nuts. But yeah, Dry Cleaning as well. I'm like a massive fan of writers taking the mundane, taking the really boring of life, right, and making it really exciting. I'm a massive James Joyce fan as well, even though he's not a musician, but that's like what he did. And I just love that about Dry Cleaning so much. Like it's just pure life, but these amazing tunes, these wicked riffs as well. Such a good band.
Yeah. So one of your influences, we've spoken about Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
So their debut album turned 15 today.
Did it really?
Which is pretty cool. So I've made up a little game for you.
All right, okay.
It's called Fake Tales of San Francisco.
Yeah.
You get it? So you have to guess if these things are real or fake.
Okay, all right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, are the lads involved? Or
yeah, you can chip in,
shout
boys.
Your
just
answers
shout from the stage.
Yeah, counts as false.
We can see a card.
Hey, the fog in San Fran has been given the name Carl and has its own Twitter account.
Oh my God, what do you think to that? Yeah, it's got to be false, hasn't it? Although it does sound very real. I'm going to go false. Mason says real. Cal says false.
It's real.
Oh my God.
Follow @Carl the Fog if that tickles your fancy. Quite big numbers as well, has Carl. Number 2, the most expensive house in San Francisco is $100 million.
Cal thinks it's more.
I think it's more.
What? What? Well, I think it's less, but it's not even that game. I think we all think it's false.
It is false.
Yes.
It's only $40.5 million.
Oh,
so
it's only 40.5
bit of a bargain,
million,
I would
yeah.
say. Okay, there's a race every year called Bay to Breakers. It's where people run from the bay to the ocean.
What do you think to that one? Because I think that's real.
Yeah, but it sounds too real to be.
Sounds too real, Mason says. He's a false. What about you, Cal?
I'm going to say true.
So we're both true. Me and Cal are true. Mason's false.
It's real. Apparently everyone watches it and then just gets smashed after. It actually sounds really fun.
Yeah, that sounds like our sort of thing, actually. Yeah, we'll be competing in that next year.
This one here. Is it legal to be naked in San Francisco?
Is it legal to be naked in San Francisco?
Just, you know.
Mason's thinking about some American thing. I don't want to know. Yeah.
They're both just thinking about naked American people.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that's false. What about you, Cal?
Laws are stately in America, aren't they? So false.
Right, false. We're all false.
You're not doing very well, guys. It's
Oh
real.
my God.
Apparently you
We
can just
suck.
get naked and it's not a big deal.
This place is the most expensive place to live in America. I see why.
This one's a juicy one.
A juicy one.
There's a festival in September called Folsom Street Fair, and it's a leather and fetish kink festival.
That's got to be true. That's got to be true.
Folsom's the prison, isn't it? Mason's been.
Oh, yeah.
You go every year, so
Yeah.
of course you know it's
Yeah,
real.
It's true. Like,
That
I
is
knew it.
actually real. So there you go. If anyone's interested, that's where you head. Last one. The rent is more expensive in New York than San Francisco.
Oh, mate, I would say true. They're both false. I'm saying true. They're both saying false.
Seem very confident. I'd go with them.
Oh, it's false. I mean,
It's fake. It's the most expensive place to live in America. You said that earlier, actually,
there we
didn't you?
go.
There you go.
how did you know that, Mason? He's watched a documentary.
He's all over it. There you go. We're going to get to the fan questions in just a bit, but I wanted to find out a little bit more, first of all, about your songwriting process.
Yeah.
So, what inspires you? Because I feel like from listening to your music, you write a lot about like everyday experiences, but some
Yeah.
of it is kind of more character based, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I love. I suppose I love people watching, right? And I suppose that kind of like blends into my writing altogether. But yeah, I mean, like there is so much that inspires me. But yeah, at the minute, I'm really onto that. Like my mum, weirdly, will always talk about these characters, right? For some reason, she just has so many different stories, but they all revolve around one character, right?
Okay.
And I don't know whether that just kind of triggered it, but yeah, at the minute, again, you know, I was on about that mundane, normal life,
Yeah.
and like sort of not like glamorizing it, but sort of putting it under the magnifying glass. That's kind of the big thing for me that inspires me. But I'm also always trying to like be inspired by my own life, look into myself. And I suppose part of the anger, you know, in that, the big problem with him is that he can't look in himself. So I'm thinking, do you know what I mean? Like, that's how sometimes I'll put things in. But yeah, you know, not even from a lyrical perspective, but we're always trying to take something from the outside world and put it into our music. So if the song is about the angler, do you know what I mean? And he's in a bar and whatever, on that recording, like, somewhere hidden in the mix, we actually like smashed some glasses because like, you know, put them in a bag and just smashed them and recorded it because you want to capture that sort of reality in the music. But yeah, I suppose they're some of the things that sort of inspire us.
So you'll be at home, you'll write a song, and then you'll take it to the boys, will you, and be like, what do you make of this?
Yeah, sometimes. So that's kind of how we used to do it most of the time, but I still do, you know. I'll still write a song at home and bring it in, and we'll sort of like but there's always a collaboration with Rills songs, right?
Yeah.
They're never just like Mitch Spencer songs. Like, they are this sometimes they'll just be an idea that kind of gets, you know, built together over practices and different jams and stuff, and it will kind of, even the stuff I've written myself, when we actually write it together, it kind of gets a whole new you know, it becomes a thing of its own or something. But yeah, so that's kind of how we usually do it. There's sort of two ways. Songs I write and then little ideas.
We are at 70. 70. That's my eyes. Longest. I was going to say 70's a lot. We are at 20,000 viewers, though. Thank you so much, everybody.
That is wicked. Thank you for joining us.
This is wicked, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely love it. So, if you went down in the music history books,
Yes.
the Rills,
Yes.
what do you want it to say underneath? Legends, obviously.
Yeah.
Apart from that.
Top lads, you know. Hopefully. Yeah, link in bio. That's a great one. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, it would have to be something ironic, wouldn't it? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Just they were pretty sound lads. They drank a lot of dark fruits.
Dark fruits. You do love the dark fruits jokes,
we do
don't
love
you?
a dark fruit joke. Yeah.
Right, let's go to the chat then. 20,000 questions. You never know. Let's have a look. So.
Is that an update from 20 questions? Is that the next stage?
Caltop 1999, your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration. That's so difficult because they're Cal and Mace are just pointing at themselves. I don't know. That's really difficult, but it's got to be Alex Turner. Like as kind, you know what I mean. Like I know we like to take the mick out of him, but yeah, you know. Definitely, he's that voice in the back of my head. Whenever I'm writing anything, it's always like, I'm stuck. What would Alex Turner do? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's probably that.
I actually met Alex Turner Clang last year. I couldn't believe it. He came along to my gig night in London. Can you believe that? So I was just like there having a good time. I looked over to the bar and I was like, is that Alex Turner?
Was he drinking a margarita?
Imagine. Yeah, he was drinking a very trendy cocktail. Yeah. No, he was having some ale.
Oh, was he? That's a surprise.
Yeah, just went over and had a chat and he was bloody lovely.
That is mental.
And I'm so glad he didn't disappoint because I'm also a massive Arctic Monkeys fan. I've even got an Arctic Monkeys tattoo.
No way.
So imagine if he was, you know.
Yeah, they do say don't meet your heroes.
That's what I mean.
I'm going to pursue that one now if I ever get the chance.
He was so brilliant. CC DeLovely says, can we see the tattoo? I'm guessing this is the one that's
get over
that
it.
was done on
Can
TikTok.
we get your leg out?
Come on. Oh, wait, have you got... I think Cal might be stripping for this.
Cal's just
not
getting
too sure what's
his
happening.
Wait.
Oh, my... Is this going to be full nudity? Oh, no, there we go. Oh, yeah, you know what? It looks fine.
Can we see it? Yeah, can we? Yeah, what do you think? What do you think in the chat?
In
Say
the chat.
Rip in the chat.
Rate
L in the chat,
it
please.
out of 10. Be nice. Water bottle 33 times.
Nice.
That's a great tag, isn't it? If you could perform with any artist in the world, who would it be? Would it be Alex Turner?
Probably. I mean, but I've always really wanted to have performed with the Lars, which is a bit of a weird one because
cool.
you know how they just had like one album. They were absolutely mint. They were this amazing band, and from what I could tell, amazing live when they were younger. But they're just one of those bands that just disappeared into obscurity. No one ever heard of again. I would just love to have, do you know what I mean? Been on a bill with the Lars. It'd be such a cool thing.
Yeah. Or like the Beatles or something.
Oh yeah, I mean the Beatles would be ridiculous. Although they would show us up. We would not look cool playing with the Beatles. It's just like, oh, what are we doing this for then, lads? Hey.
Ross Cornwell is listening in South Highcombe.
Hi Ross.
Boy oi. Jord is listening in Bradford.
Love it.
Bradford's finest on later on, of course, for Bad Boy Chiller Crew. Carol Amy's listening all the way from Brazil.
Amazing. Hello.
The Cycle 47's listening in Utah.
Wicked.
This is great. We've gone international tonight, right here from the centre of Manchester to the world. Bemmy Cherry Lime is listening in Texas.
Amazing.
Love that. This is a good question because I think I know what they're referring to. L268 just says, address it.
I will not address it. I'm afraid I will not be addressing it.
You will not be
evening.
commenting at this time?
No, I will not be commenting at this time. My manager has informed me it's terrible PR that we have explicit Rills merch. That's all I will say.
Please do that. That would be some great merch. No more. No more.
That's it.
Another question from Water Bottle 33 times. Who's got the best music taste out of the three Rills?
Who's got the best music taste, lads?
Is it all quite similar?
I always think you've got a really interesting music taste, actually. Robbie. Yeah, except he loves Robbie, though. He loves Robbie Williams.
Nothing wrong with a bit of Robbie.
Yeah, but we all have one
bangers.
of those. We all have one of those guilty pleasures. Yeah. I love Kylie Minogue.
Sure.
I think she's great.
Yeah. She makes disco bangers. That
Absolute
last album of
disco
hers is
bangers.
actually great.
Yeah.
Can't even lie.
I bet it was. She's a fantastic musician.
Have you ever met like a really big act like that at a festival and just been like, oh my God?
No, not like a really big one, but I met Mac from Echo and the Bunnymen once, and that was pretty cool. I was like, oh wow, this guy's been there, done that. He's the Don.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was also very cool. Like one of those extremely cool people that you're like, I do not know what to say to this guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, massive hair as well. Massive hair.
They're always a bit intimidating, those kind of characters, aren't
so
they?
intimidating. It looked like his hairspray budget was bigger than the guitar budget in that band, to be honest.
Love that. What has been your best festival experience as a band festival?
Oh, wow. As a band, we somehow managed to play Kendall Calling in like the first year that we were together.
Wow.
And we got like tickets for all our mates, and it was just this mental weekend. And then we topped it off. We played on the Sunday, and it was like in a massive tent to loads of people.
Amazing.
And we'd just seen Trampoline the day before as well, which was a band that we really admired at the time and everything. Yeah, it was just an amazing thing to be involved with. Festival.
Yeah, and best festival like, as a punter?
Best festival as a punter. That's a tough one. What's the best festival for you, lads? Truck Festival.
I've not
Truck
been
Festival.
to Truck, but everyone says it's amazing.
Yeah.
They always kill the lineup every single year, don't they?
They get some seriously good bands. I tell you what, where did we go in London last year?
Oh, no, that was great.
All Points East. They have insane
yes.
bands on.
And it's huge there, isn't it? They have so
it's
many
massive.
different stages.
It's really, really good because they kind of have like days curated for specific genres almost. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a really good festival.
And the Stroke.
Yeah, amazing.
Love that.
I can't remember a thing from that Strokes gig though. Everybody says, but I want the sound terrible at that Strokes gig. I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. It was the Strokes and I had beers.
I've no idea.
It's all fine. So when was the last time you played live as a band?
We managed to squeeze one in between the lockdowns. There's a venue called the George Tavern in East London, and we managed to get a gig in there. But before that, it was March. You know,
wow.
it was a long time ago, and that was in a lovely place called the Old England in Bristol. It was a great gig.
Yeah, so you must be so excited to all be back on stage doing what you do.
Yeah, it's great actually. I'm really excited. I know the lads are too. It's we've got plenty of new songs as well.
Amazing.
Plenty of new stuff
We
to bring
like some
out.
exclusives.
Yeah, absolutely. World exclusives right here. Brand new Rills tunes.
Love that. So what do you do normally to get ready for a show? What's the routine?
The ritual is have a beer usually. Have a Magnum. Mason would say that is
Brilliant.
not true. We don't drink Magnums before we play. But yeah, it's just we used to like to go and have a spoons, didn't we? We like to have a meal together. Today we had pad thai. We always have a bit of a meal
that's
together.
Quite fancy, actually.
Yeah,
Well done.
it's bloody lovely.
It is nice.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's great stuff. We love a bit of pad thai. But yeah, that's kind of the ritual. I know some bands have got like chants and stuff that they kind of do before side stage.
Yeah.
We've never had any of that.
Yeah. Any vocal exercises, anything like that?
I used to do this one where it's like Bella Senora, didn't I?
What's happening?
Oh, so yeah, it's like a bit of a musical theatre-y sort of thing. But yeah, all my experience is like not music related. I think this is why the TikToks do so well, you know. But I've always been like, I used to do loads of acting when I was younger, and all of my like vocal stuff and all of that just comes from acting. So I had all these weird techniques. But yeah, I've shifted onto more musical things now.
Yeah, I remember when I did drama at school, we had this vocal warm up called "My Dad's Got a Head Like a Ping Pong Ball."
Yeah, that's what they're all like.
Yeah, they're all just, and you're saying them, and you're like,
yeah,
and you have to just get higher and higher until you essentially pass out.
They are. I feel like that's how they sift the wheat from the chaff. They're like, right, if you can't handle that, right, get out.
Get out.
Yeah.
I also did drama at uni, and on our first day, we had to be bacon and then a tree. I should have known the course was going to be a little bit ropey from then on.
It's got to be the most difficult thing ever when you think, right, yeah, I'm here. It's day one, acting school. I'm going for it. Okay, everybody, be sizzling sausages.
Yeah, it was an interesting time for me.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do before you were the Rills? Like, did you have any like awful jobs?
Yeah. Cal worked at Subway. That was.
I used to work at Subway, and exactly that's your job description, isn't it? Sandwich artist. I remember when I was applying for uni, I had to write that in the little job bit. I was like, oh, I feel very fancy. I'm an artiste, don't you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also worked. I wonder if any of them are actually watching. I used to work at M&S, right? And they all the guys who I used to work with, they're always keeping up with the band and everything. But yeah, I I was working in the Lincoln one, and then I moved to the Sheffield one, and it was all rosy in the Lincoln one. But when I was at the Sheffield one, they had me R5 starts, and in the fridges in the morning, it just ground me down.
No.
Yeah, it just killed me. What about you, Mace? You have you? Oh yeah, Mason used to put signs up. He used to go about London and put signs up.
What?
He used to help put signs. He was a sign assistant.
Just overseeing the sign stuff.
I can point out a lot of them.
You do.
Leon outside the other Manchester station, not Piccadilly.
Victoria. He was just informing us that he did the Leon sign outside of Manchester Victoria Station.
Well, look at that. But luckily, you're the Rills now, thank goodness.
Yeah,
and,
thank God for that.
You're really making a reputation, I would say, for your live shows. That's why we're so hyped to have you on the show tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, especially like before all the lockdown stuff happened, we used to go like really mental with the live shows. It was like a massive sort of release for us. Like we absolutely love playing live and absolutely love touring. And yeah, I'm really, really excited to kind of get involved with something like this because it's such an amazing opportunity. Not only to like get back playing, but also like how many thousands of people here that want to see bands. You know, live music is still alive. So yeah, very excited for this.
Did it take you a while to perfect the live show? Like, do you remember your first gigs? Because they're not always good, are they? You have to kind of start ropey to get to the level you're at now.
We've played some bad uns. Yeah, we've had some shockers, but maybe not really with you, Mace, actually. I'm talking the very first one we did with Mason, actually. We played this building, what was it called? The Fortress, and it was an old studios in Shoreditch, and it was getting knocked down because everything was getting gentrified. We met Mason once early in the week. He did one practice with us. We played that gig. No one could hear the voice, but apparently we played a blinder, so I've no idea. But yeah, we're the last band to ever play Fortress.
Hey, and tonight it's going to be good, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I can feel it. Well, you need to go and get ready, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mitch. The Rills then taken to the stage very, very soon, right here on Scruff of the Neck TV. Don't go anywhere. There's a short ad break, and then we're back in a big way. So I'll see you soon.